as recorded live at Carnegie Hall on an RCA Victor compact disc.
Actually, there's a hybrid strain in here too, the one that I started yesterday. The Doobie Bird Daydream and Super Lemon Haze. Combo. Combination. Combined. Pituitary. In the brain. The pit-you-atary. Atori. Astoria. What do I got here? Oh, I have a little cash register synchronicities that I collected today from the burning bush of the 21st century, known as the cash register, and one of them Ed gave to me. Ed is my dad at Trader Joe's. I call him Dad, and he calls me Doctor. Is there a doctor in the house? Dr. House? 8888. Ed printed this one for me at 1:54 p.m. And he didn't even know about Trump equaling 88. The alienated, altered ego. Who's your devil? In this world, it's the alienated, altered ego. It's the identification joined to society, to social thinking, to the social mind. The hive of behaviorism. Social engineering, marketing, sales, buying and selling, dying and sailing, slicing and dicing, merchandise, Mere-Chant-Dice, as the Oracle says in the Matrix. To Neo, being the one is like being in love. You just know it through and through, balls to bone. The Oracle, the Oracle of all miracles. Young woman had a big shirt, a shirt that said, "Love is love." And I said to her, is it okay if I share something with you about that message that'll maybe add to it for you, perhaps? Perhaps instance. Well, love is not love, I said. And that's what I'm saying to you. Love is not love. Why? Because love is a word. And a word is a sword. W-O-R-S-W-O-R-D, it divides, and it's a sign, it's a signifier, it's not the same as what it refers to, as that to which it refers. Like me, Kyle is my name, that's not me, it's not the same as me. That name has a history in this land of biology that precedes this me. Love is not love, God is not God. God is your ultimate barrier, because it's yours, not his or hers. The possessive my. What's the cause, the source of all violence or violations? For people rowing their boats aggressively down the stream? Well, it's with me. Not just this me, but me, all the me's. The me as a principle. The me, the ego, the attachment to it. The inability to identify with cosmos. With the I, the big self, with a capital S. Social consciousness, which generates the devil of this world, which is the altered ego, is limited in its limitation itself. Whereas universal consciousness is unlimited. And it's who you are in your essence of the soul, which is homophone with S-O-L, S-O-U-L and S-O-L. S-O-L is Latin for the sun personified. Personified. Sun and sun are homophones. Which leads me, which is the perfect segue opportunity into tomorrow's. I just don't know where I'm going to read from now. I wasn't sure if I was going to read chapter 5 of The Undiscovered Self or continue reading from the White Book of Ramtha, as channeled by Jay-Z Knight. To those who would discredit or discount this immediately, would disbelieve, discredit, credit, credo, belief, credential, credible. To those who would just immediately dismiss this and claim that it's not valid because it's channeled, because channeling is, well, that's not, it doesn't have official stamp of approval of society. I need society's stamp of official approval to prove to me that it's valid. I need the Washington Post to write a story about it. Smile. What I would say to that is, open your mind. That's what I would say. That's what I do say. The majority are so yoked or joined or bound to social consciousness, they don't even, when you bring up an unlimited consciousness, it's just, does not compute, must be a new ager, or must be someone, with an ideology trying to get me to join their religion. Look at this, look at him, he's a cult leader. Never, and not once do these people who are always in the mainstream society, dominated by social consciousness, not once does it ever occur to them that they themselves are actually in a cult, and all of their thinking is the product of that cult, or culture. The level of unconsciousness all around us all the time is breathtaking. It is an utter wonder. It is a marvel, a Mars God. Tuesday, Mars Day, day and day, homophones, and D-I-E, D-E-I, D-A-Y. D-E-I is anagrammatic with D-I-E, and D-E-I, day in Latin God, is a homophone with our D-A-Y. And our D-A-Ys, all 7, are all named after the gods, or the deities. Okay? So you can give me all the denial you want. You're not going to change my mind. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind, because I know I can't do that. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm doing what I'm doing. And call it whatever you want. you can call it whatever you want, but that won't touch on what it actually is, because all of this is beyond what we can say. That's why we have the very idea of God. God is a word for what is beyond words, the unsayable, one and many simultaneously, an intelligible sphere whose center is everywhere, but whose circumference, outer edge, is nowhere. There's no edge, no ledge to God, the eternal, because an edge would imply a what? A boundary or a border, and God by definition is transcendental, the transcendental mystery. Everything that is can be said, everything that can't be said, all that is not. You see, the religions parading around are not religions. They are creeds, quite obviously. And we're way past due to clearly see them for what they are and to call them out on it, publicly, openly, without fear of reprisal, without fear of the disapproval of peers in the social unit, the group, the herd. We're not pack animals. We are when we behave like, when we do a great imitation of them and tell ourselves and everyone else, we've convinced ourselves so much that we are that. That's when because we can become whatever we want and whatever we believe. If we believe we're a herd animal, we become it and suffer all of the consequences. And experience the benefits, of course, the safety of the group, which is way overrated. Because the reality is, once you start saying and thinking and saying things that don't fit the group's mentality and what it accepts as a common unit, a community, common unity, well, that's when you're cast out, an outcast, marginalized, called names like conspiracy theorists. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society of sickness that doesn't even learn and understand the base six of 6 o'clock, of the heel of hell, at the feet of the fish of Pisces, of the souls, of the soul of man, sun, soul, and moon, sun and moon, Solomon, soul of man, and his temples. Pair of L's, of El is God in Phoenician. Hebrew Elohim, plural. El, the phonetic of our letter L. Number 12, letter of light and life. And Luna, the moon, who is currently waning, which is when the moon is going off. Today is the 25th Saturn's day. We are very, very close to the half moon of the 26th tomorrow. And as I've been sharing with you, gematria, which is the science of ABC, 1, 2, 3, all letters and words, collections of letters, have numbers. Every letter is the number where it falls alphabetically in the alphabetical order, in ordinal gematria, in alphabetical order. ABC, 1, 2, 3, D, 4, E, 5, and it's all, there's a science and a deliberateness to all of it. Deliberation and deliberation is from LibRa. It's all astrological. Everything in our world is astro, star, logical. The mind, or the logos, which is where the ology study of originates, which is with a capital L, which means the word God, Lord God as the word. And Lord begins with the same two letters as logos, L-O. And all of the vowels are unified by their alphabetical order position. A is 1, E is 5, I is 9, O is 15, U is 21, and Y sometimes is 25. Those are all odd numbers. Odd. I mean, telling you all the vowels are 1. Because odd is 1, and even is 2, and Adam is the 1, and even Eve is the 2. Dawn and evening. Genesis is the gene of Isis, the genetics, the eugenics of you, of your aura gens or genes. This is all why English, or showing, this is all English expressing itself as the angelish tongue of linguistics, tongueistics, tongue studies. May the 25th. I'm not waiting for anyone's stamp of approval. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not waiting for acknowledgement as credible from anybody, because asking for acceptance from and thinking that the official acceptance of your society makes you normal is ridiculous thinking, because the society that we all are surrounded by is deeply troubled, and it's founded in assumption, and it's founded in distortion and generations of lies and beliefs and inherited beliefs and programs running, patterns of abuse and ritualism that have to be stopped by consciousness, because they're running unconsciously. Tomorrow's the 26th, and God is 26 in English gematria, and so is G is 7, A, B, C, D, F, G, O is 15, and D is 4, adds to 26, which reduces to 8 of the infinite, of the above and the below, of the half and half, which the moon will be tomorrow, light and dark, Luke and Darth, down the mid-L, the line of the center, the C-enter, of Diana, moon goddess, huntress, Lucifera, another epithet of Diana, Lucifer, or a light bearer. The demonization of the mother, moon, other. The monetization of you, going hand in hand. This is this real sickness of where the transparency of this social sickness is evident, is in money, and is in the relationship to matter of the psyche of the modern man. What's the term Jung has for the? It's not. Is it modern man? There's a term of his that's particularly pungent, poignant. Let's count up these CRSs. 1, 2. So, just to go over this, I went over this in earlier videos. In the Matrix trilogy, this is the Trinity here of the trilogy of the Matrix, Trix. 24, X is 24, so 2 plus 4, 6, triple 6 of the Matrix, of the base 6, of sex, of all the sections and the sects, of Essex County, of Saxons, of Dr. Sax, of the secular and the sacred, of the secrets of the secretions, of the seconds, of the hands of the clock. Morpheus is intelligence, the head. Trinity is the care of the heart. Intelligence, care, and the will of Neo. And this is your Trinity of your torso. Neo in the navel of Leo. Of Virgo. Neo is the virgin of virgin birth. The one, the O-N-E, the new one. The no one. That says no and stops the bullets and defeats Smith, the agent. You have a problem with authority, Mr. Anderson. If you don't have a problem with authority, you're not like Neo, the One, because the One has problem with authority, because the authority is a mass that wants to a state herding state law system of social domination, of social crediting, social acceptance. It's a machine mind that only sees things in mass quantities, does not recognize the individual, the one, you. That's your will. Neo's the will of the navel and Virgo. Trinity's the care of the heart and Cancer at the sternum of the summer summit. And Morpheus is the intelligence of the brain with the cerebrum of Aries and the cerebellum of the Lord of the back of the brain tree of 3. That trilogy is streaming again, all 3 of the tree on Netflix. Not being bought or paid for by Netflix or any of the corporations which may happen to appear in this presentation. Press participation may vary, limited time offer. Use only as directed. Use what it says. Use only terms named blind or scarce. Void where prohibited. Bullshit, nonsense, corporate commerce, occultism. Batteries not included. Batteries not included. Batteries not included. Another one should witness or see, the batteries not included from 1987, lesser known Spielberg film, which appeared to me when I watched it last year to foretell, to give predictive programming regarding Wi-Fi, with the little flying saucer aliens who need to plug themselves into the wall to get their juice. These are the CRSs from today. Cash register synchronicities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Of course it would be 16. Let's have a hit of this Skywalker Kush indica before I give you these. Taking a little risk here, taking some indica during this. You gotta, you take risks. You make choices. So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. So love is not love, God is not God, you are not you, because the name, the word, that love, for instance, you have to admit is not the same as love itself. You can't say love itself. You can only point to it and refer to it with the word. Just like God, which is a word for what's beyond words. The eternal. Time without beginning or end. The violation of 3D with the cross of time. Of the 12 to 6 vertical axis, a 6 axis is anagram with A6, and 3 to 9 of the horizontal, vertical axis, horizontal. And this is where the sun apparent path is, on the equator, on the horizon, going vertically to the summer summit, or going the vertical trajectory of up at the summer summit and down, descending, depicted this way, 12 to 6, through the equinox of autumn. Tomb, or the fall. This is when the sun's falling after the summer solstice. Falling to fall, and then to the winter of the interment or the burial of El, of the light. That's why you have Noel, or Christmas, or Yuletide, of the Yule log burning, fire, light, candles, Els. Menorah, the lights of El, of the Phoenician bull god. He takes the form of a flying bull, this Phoenician El, of the Bible, of Babylon, of Byblos, of the Phoenicians. of papyrus paper, of the papal bulls, of the bulletins, of the bullets, of ballistics, of Baal, of Kabbalah, of Bel, of Beltane, of May, the May day, of the May sons, of the free sons of May, of the Illuminati, the worshippers of the light, of the bull god, the flying bull El of Taurus, who ascends flying in the air with an A, which is the ALeph, the sign of the bull, the ALeph and Omega, the shroud of Turin, which is the shroud of the town of the bull, and he's got horns in that, as True Theory shows. It's not conspiracy, it's True Theory. "16 cash register synchronicities from today. 1 and 6, 7. It includes, I think I'm including the one that Dad gave me, of the 8888. Yes. 44-cent tax. 34 items, invoice number ending in 34. Four, 3, 4, 3, 4. 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4. 8350 total. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 5 is 16. Addition of Adam. The addition of Adam and the subtraction of Eve, of the evening. Giveth, the Lord giveth life, and the Son giveth life, and taketh life away to the of the day, to the dark night, of the tomb of time, of the womb of the winter, WV valley, of the owl edge, no K, of the kaf, of Phoenician, of the hand, of man, of manual, a manual, an instruction manual. 52 items, 4:25 p.m., and today is the 25th of May. 2552 2552. 25 items, the 25th, 52 items. 5 and 2 is 7. 777, making a triangle. Of L, a triangle of L, of the owl, of Yuletide, Christmas time, the Christmas, Saturnalia, also right there in December, the Saturnalia of Jah. Yah is Jah, is Ra, is El. Ra is El, Israel, yes, Ra is El. The sun is Saturn, Saturn is the sun. These names I'm talking about. Look at the son of Saturn's work, which I've linked to KyleGrant76.com many times, especially recently, getting a lot of those videos linked to the WordPress site, and hence these videos and all of it, putting it together. 2123 total, 7 items. The first one I noticed today, 7 items, invoice number 7757, 1208 time, 1221, 23. We will see again. And of course, when you add 5 and 7, which are at the end there, you get what? 12. Oh, the wax on, wax off story with Bruce. Bruce came through today, and I wanted to mention what came to me today out in public. This friend of mine now who's been shopping here. Well, Bruce is a really cool, intelligent guy. Sincere, real, authentic, I mean by that. When we were talking, it came to me about Mr. Miyagi, the wax on, wax off. Oh, and there's the whole day today was, it's intense times, If you if you don't have any differentiation of your consciousness from your social that of your consciousness of your society, social consciousness, there's no chance with what's happening right now. You need that anchor. Because the real you, the essence, is you. It's not a product. It's not society. It can't be reduced to a statistic. Because it's a violation of statistical law. You do not factor into averages, because you are canceled out in the very process of coming to that average, statistically. 1:20 p.m., 1465 total, 5 items, invoice number ending in 5. 755, today the 525, 1465, and what's 1 plus 4? 5. Aviv, of the valley, of the Roman numeral phi Eve, of Eve, which equals 32 in English gematria, 3 plus 2, 5. Of the phi, of pi, of the golden mean ratio, of Ra, of radiance, of radiation. 23 items at 123, 5207 total. 13 items at 144, 313 change. 13 items, 313 change, $50 paid for the 4687. 13 items, 144. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 144 p.m. 44 times 2, 2885. The pattern of Saturn, of Saturn's day. Saturday, day of Saturn. Saturn's day is the only one of the 7 days that has the Roman name as the official name. All the others are Norse. Tomorrow the sun, that's a Norse name. Mon, moon's Norse. Tuesday, Mars. Tuesday's Mars, Norse. Wednesday, Woden, Norse version of Mercury. Thursday, Thor, Norse. Friday, Freya, Norse. North, Norse. 4:55 p.m., 5105 total. 5105, 455. 5555 alive. Eve, 14 items, 5. $23 items at 432. 2, 3, and 3, 2, 5, and 5. 433 change. 33 invoice number 9626. There's the 26 of tomorrow, of Sun's day. God equals 26 in addition to mid, in addition to data, D-A-T-A, the data information of the 4 of the Father, of the 4 seasons and the 4 elements and directions. I'm not waiting for any stamp of official acceptance and approval from the social unit regarding this phenomenon and regarding whatever the life, the whoosh, the whirling spectacle. And what a spectacle of, especially this, of the specter of full-scale geoengineering and a nut job, lunatic agenda of transhumanism being played out in live action, seeing social engineering and its workings right before one's very eyes, while at the same time fully waking up to the reality of eternity, and that death is a cultural belief, that there's only life, because when you understand where death is, it's on the side of illusion. Life and light are reality, the one, where the sun rises symbolically at the 1 and 0 position of beginnings, which corresponds also connected and implicated with the solstice positions, the solstices and equinoxes, the crossing of the sun, the S-U-N, of Saturn's day and Sun's day. The only two that begin with S of the 7 are the weekend days. Weekdays. Days and days. 4:34, the day's in. 4:34 p.m., the total's 3451. 3451. 434. 13 items. 33. Trinity. Room 303. 506. Matrix. 6 items. 4:22 p.m. 1424 total. 424 there. 422 time. 42, 42. 6 and 6. Number of items. Triple. The number of 6, 3, and 9. Add those up. 18. 1 and 8, 9 of the feminine. The B East of Bast, of all bastions, of all bays, of babies born from the birth canal, from the water breaking, delivered to the dock, delivered to the doctor. 4:19 p.m. invoice number ending in 19. 9619, 419, and then the 16 items. 1619, 6 and 9 reflective. As above at 9, so below at 6. The sun in different positions. The 0 is the O of the sun and the moon, the nun. The life and the death, which is only life. The light and the dark, which is only light. The hot and the cold, which is only heat. Hot. And then look at this, 360 at the beginning of the total, 3605. And this here was the purchase of the woman whose husband just deceased, she told me. A woman who was had English as a second language and told me, she finally told me after like 3 minutes, she told me that her husband had just passed away, and I made sure that one of the flowers that she was buying was on the house, which was what, a dianthus. Diana. I went to give her a hug because of her culture. You know, she wasn't free about hugging me back, but I just made sure I let her know that I was feeling and acknowledging what had happened, the power and monumental quality of that for her. I said it when she was crying when she was leaving. I said, "You sure you don't want a hug?" And she like kind of laughed a little and said no. 34 items at 4:14 p.m. 3414. And invoice number 9617. And at 2:14, the customer got 10 items and had a 10-cent change. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. 26 items, invoice number ending in 13. 13 and 26. The M of May, of the M in the mid. Number 13th of the 26 letters. M of from the Phoenician mem, of memory, of membrane, of embers and members, of December to September, of the separation, ember, amber. Umber, under, standing, standing under, over, standing. 26 items, then the 13 there. 5164. What does that add to? 16, 7. And this was before I had known that there were 16 total in the day, because I couldn't have known. It was only 4:09 and the shift went till 6. 26. 13, 26. G-O-D and M-I-D. 28 items, 3:58 p.m. 2858. Total 2712. Seven at the end of the invoice number 9607 272838. Time and items, or atoms, or tems, or atum of time, of the tempo, and the temporary of the temples. 1:52 p.m. 7 items, 5 and 2. And then look at the total, 2243. What's 4 plus 3? 7. 7, 7, 7 again. And that's number 16. 1 and 6. 7, my birthday. 529, which is my cashier number, May 29th. Coming right up. 5 and 2. Well, this temporary temple will hit the age of 43. I won't. Seriously, I won't. I'm not going down with this boat that I'm rowing gently down the stream, not aggressively. Merrily, for life is but a dream. I'm not gonna be miserable, because, you see, misery is a choice. It's what comes along with the red pill, you know, the surrender that leads you to the real will, the implications of this moment and of your consciousness and your choice of consciousness, of choosing between the two, of good, of love, and of being the difference between being benign and being malign, being beneficent or maleficent. and love, being loving, does not mean Hallmark card, soft, cuddly, comfort zone, you know, shiny, happy people love. Because guess what? Real love is tough. That's a mother bear's love for her cubs. That's love. It'll kill for its child. That's intense. That's real love. 52, anything less is not love. And especially just the word love. And selling and marketing in the name of love. Can't buy me love. 52 and the time, 5 and 2, 7 items. You need money to live, but once you start fetishizing it, loving it, that's when you move into the malign side. The love of money is the root of all evil. Greed, obviously, is not good. Duh. It's one of the 7 deadly fucking sins. Okay. God is, from the White Book, page 142, chapter called The Identifiable God, Ramtha, the White Book. The Light Book. God is. When was the beginning? There never was one. God always was the thought, the space, the void that supports and gives life to the telestars. It gives life to the telstars. Know you what a telstar is? It transforms light into matter and spews it forth. It transforms light into matter and spews it forth into the universe to create stellar systems. Where did the telstar come from? Thought, God, space, the great void, where you look out and see stars and forever. If you want to visualize God in its impeccable and infinite being, visualize the open-ended eternity called space. For space is the river of thought that surrounds everything you see, that supports and gives credence to everything that is. Everyone talks about space as if it were nothing. But what is the power that allows all things to steadfast themselves into orbital systems? What is it that holds up your Earth in the void? What supports your Milky Way, which has 10 billion suns in it? What holds it up? What causes your sun to be held in position? What allows the passage of all matter? What indeed is the highway that light travels upon? You say, nothing? Show me a no thing that can support 10 billion suns and their solar systems. God is on one level the matter that makes up the substance of all things. On another level, it is the time flow of the different dimensions, the time warp that creates parallel universes. On another level, it is the spectrum called light that gives supportiveness to matter. And on the greatest level of all, it, or God, is the no thing that holds you into position. Thought, the foreverness of space. God is the whole of life, pulsating, expanding, evolving.